Trace made almost $100 a week from stock photography. That might not sound like much, but he used the money he made from side hustles like this to invest in a successful real estate portfolio that makes him hundreds of thousands of dollars now. In this video, I'm going to break down the process he used to make money with stock photography and give you a realistic understanding of what this side hustle can do for you. First, what is stock photography? It's when you create photos that people can buy to license for their own projects. Adobe Stock is a marketplace where people sell royalty-free images, videos, and digital art. Businesses, designers, and content creators use these files for everything from advertisements to websites and social media posts. Instead of hiring a photographer or graphic designer, they pay for a ready-to-use image from platforms like this. For contributors like you or me, the appeal is that once a photo is uploaded and approved, it can continue earning money passively for years. But there's no sugarcoating it. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. Stock photography takes time, effort, and consistency to make it work. So let's break it down into the steps needed to get started. Step 1. Research. Before diving in, it's important to understand how stock platforms work and what they're looking for. Each platform has its own style and audience. Adobe Stock, for example, is great for creators already using Adobe tools like Photoshop or Lightroom. Shutterstock and Getty Images are other options, although their requirements and payout structures can vary. The key is to choose one or two platforms and really focus on understanding their submission guidelines and what types of content sell best. A quick look through their most downloaded files will show you that buyers tend to want clean, professional-looking images with broad appeal. Things like office settings, technology, and natural landscapes. This initial research is incredibly important because it saves you time later by helping you create content that has a higher chance of selling. Step 2. Sign up to the platform. Once you've decided on a platform, the next step is to sign up as a contributor. On Adobe Stock, for example, you start by clicking the Sell option on their homepage, which takes you to the Contributor section. After creating an account and filling out some basic information, you'll gain access to your personal dashboard. This is where everything happens: uploading files, managing your portfolio, and tracking your earnings. But before you can start uploading, you need to be approved. This involves submitting a small portfolio of your best work. Think of it as your audition. Here's where a lot of people overthink things. You don't need to have a collection of world-class, award-winning images to get approved. What matters is quality. Focus on sharp, well-lit images with clear subjects. If you're not sure what to submit, think about photos that solve a need, images that a business could use in marketing or a blog post, photos of people working, objects in a clean, uncluttered space, or scenic shots with room for text overlays tend to perform well. And once your account is approved, you're ready to start the next step. Step 3. Build your portfolio. This is where the real work begins. Stock photography isn't just about taking pretty pictures. It's about creating content that's useful and marketable. And it's not limited to just photos. Platforms like Adobe Stock also accept videos, drone footage, illustrations, and even AI-generated art. Diversifying your portfolio with different types of media can help you reach a wider audience. Step 4. Upload your files. Uploading files is a process in itself. High-quality images usually mean large file sizes, so a fast internet connection can save you a lot of time. But the real effort comes after the upload. Each file needs to be categorized and keyworded. This is how buyers find your work. For example, if you're uploading a photo of a laptop on a desk, you'll need to add keywords like technology, workspace, laptop, business, and so on. The goal is to think like a buyer. What words would they type into the search bar to find this image? This step can feel tedious, but it's one of the most important parts of the process. Without good keywords, even the best photos won't get noticed. Step 5. Wait for approval. After uploading and keywording your files, they go through a review process. Platforms like Adobe Stock have teams that check each submission for quality, originality, and whether it meets their guidelines. They'll reject anything that's blurry, poorly lit, or too similar to existing content. While it can be frustrating to get rejections, it's also a learning opportunity. Over time, you'll get a feel for what works and what doesn't, and your acceptance rate will improve. What you need to know. Building a solid portfolio takes time, weeks, months, even years. And here's where patience is key. Each file you upload is like a small investment. On Adobe Stock, you earn about 33% of the sale price for each download, which usually comes out to around 14 to 15 cents per photo. That might not sound like much, but the beauty of stock photography is that a single photo can sell multiple times. One image might earn a few dollars over the course of a year, and when you multiply that by hundreds or thousands of images, it starts to add up. The income isn't consistent, though. Some weeks you might earn $100, while other weeks you could earn nothing. Seasonal trends also play a big role. For example, photos related to Christmas might sell well in November and December, while generic business images tend to sell steadily year-round. Now, let's talk about the challenges, because there are plenty. First, the process of categorizing and keywording each file is time-consuming and frankly, boring. It's not the fun, creative side of photography that most people enjoy. Then there's the issue of market saturation. With more people uploading content, including people who use AI tools to generate images, the competition has gotten tougher. Platforms have also lowered their payouts over the years, which means you have to sell more just to earn the same amount. And on top of that, some platforms are starting to create their own content, which could eventually cut into opportunities for independent contributors. Having said that, AI tools can make it easier and quicker for you to give stock photography a try. For example, you can use ChatGPT to help you write keyword-rich descriptions for your photos. You can also use tools like Leonardo AI to create images even if you have no photography skills. So, is stock photography worth it? That depends on your goals and how much time you're willing to invest. If you enjoy photography or digital art and want a way to monetize your work, it can be a great side hustle. But if your main goal is to make as much money as possible in the shortest amount of time, there are other options worth exploring. For example, real estate investing has much higher income potential, though it does require more upfront capital and knowledge. If you're good at writing or speaking, starting a blog, podcast, or YouTube channel can also make great income through ads, sponsorships, and affiliate marketing. Freelancing is another option. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr let you offer services like graphic design, copywriting, or video editing. These gigs usually pay more per hour than stock photography. And if you're a little more tech-savvy, e-commerce, whether it's dropshipping, print on demand, or creating your own products can be incredibly profitable if you do it right. At the end of the day, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Stock photography worked for Trace because he enjoyed the process and treated it as a long-term project to help fuel his real estate goals. But what works for him might not work for everyone. The important thing is to find a side hustle that aligns with your skills, interests, and financial goals. Have you tried stock photography before, or will you be giving it a go? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful or interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.